I'd tell you another COVID joke today, but there's a 99.62% chance you won't get it. Shutdown Part D workout of the day for Thursday, August 20th. It's going to be a 30-minute EMOM. EMOM stands for every minute on the minute. So you're going to set your workout timer to 30 1-minute intervals. And once you start, each minute you're going to do 5 hand release push-ups, 10 air squats, and 15 sit-ups or crunches. Okay, any remaining time in that minute you can rest, or you will rest. Okay, and then the next minute starts, you'll start your next round of 5 push-ups, 10 squats, and 15 sit-ups or crunches. Okay, so if you do start running out of time and you're not able to complete all of the reps of the sit-ups or crunches, okay, things that you can do to try to speed things up. Okay, one, on the push-ups, if you're struggling with the push-ups, then do push-ups on your knees. Okay, air squats shouldn't be that bad for anybody. Okay, that's 10 air squats, not a big deal really. Sit-ups or crunches, that could be. So if you're doing sit-ups, maybe switch to crunches instead, and those go a little bit faster and are a little less difficult, a little less fatiguing. So those are some things. And then you can start to, if you do all that and you're still running out of time, you can't complete all the reps in the minute, then you're gonna have to start cutting reps down and maybe do like 4 push-ups, 8 squats, and 12 sit-ups or crunches, things like that, okay? Or you might just cut back on whatever's hardest for you, okay? So maybe, you're struggling with the push-ups, so you can go down to 4 push-ups, but the squats and sit-ups are no problem. Or maybe the push-ups are easy, but you're struggling on the squats, and the squats are taking long parts. So you want to find that bottleneck that's slowing you down and start cutting reps down on that. But again, you can cut reps across the board too. If basically everything, you're not like particularly struggling in one spot, it's just kind of general overall fatigue, then go down to the 5, 8, 12, or 3, 6, 9, or something like that. Okay, you shouldn't have too much rest. Don't go down to like, hey, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 and rest for 50 seconds. Okay? So you should be working for the majority of the minutes. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate the exercises. Okay, so really basic today. It's a triplet, meaning there's 3 exercises. So hand release push-ups by a stiff straight line. So ideally, only your hands, your toes, and your chest should touch the floor. Your hands come off slightly, and then press up to a full lockout. From the knees, it's going to look very similar, but the knees, of course, are on the ground. Your body should come up in one unit. The body should stay in a stiff straight line. Okay, try not to worm. That's worming. Okay. Also, try not to pike or do that. Keep your hands need to come off the ground at the bottom. Okay. Front view. Make sure your elbows are straight at the top. Okay. A lot of people only come up part way and then go down, so you need to make sure that you get that full lockout at the top. Air squats. Okay, feet about shoulder width apart, feet and knees pointing the same angle. A little bit more weight on the heels by breaking at the hips, squatting down. Try to keep the knees behind the toes as much as possible. Try to keep the back as straight and flat as possible. Lifting the arms up over the head helps out with that. Okay? And then when you stand up, make sure you come to full extension, hips and knees, body's a nice straight line at the top. Okay, front view again, about shoulder width apart, and your feet and knees pointing the same direction, just like that. Okay, sit-ups. There's 2 styles of standard. Okay, you want to dorsiflex the ankles so the feet are pointed up, so that you don't have to sit up as far. Both hands should touch the floor behind your head. You can sit up and touch the tips of your shoes or toes. Touch floor, touch toes. You can also butterfly. And you put your feet together like that. You also kind of want to point your feet up as much as possible. And you're going to get your heels as close to your butt, or vice versa as possible. That shortens the range of motion, okay? But it can be more difficult actually. You're taking out the hip flexors. When you're doing it this way, you can use your hip flexors. When you do that, you don't want to use the hip flexors. So, crunches. Okay, so the lower back's going to stay on the ground on the crunch. Just have your arms across your chest. Then come all the way back down next time. So the shoulders should come off the ground, but they should also hit the ground on the way down. Okay, you don't have to go up too far. Okay, that is it.